could teleport thousands of miles away, and I do it all the time. Seriously, check out this account at Proto Hologram. You'll see hundreds of examples of people, very famous people, and also people that aren't very famous, but business leaders, teachers, doctors, executives, beaming into different places for training, for teaching, for interacting. Zoom is cool, but you lose the charisma. Yeah, that's right. It's not emotional, it's not engaging. It's great for sharing and sending and receiving information. When you proto in somewhere, it's memorable. People walk away going, "Oh my God, did you see that thing?" By the way, I've never taken a picture or a video of a Zoom, but whenever I see it, I see this all the time. I'm tagged in videos every day. I'm tagged in these things. People, they spot one of our holograms in the wild, and they're taking selfies with it. We've gotten so used to digital. We've gotten so used to email and text message and FaceTime. We don't see each other anymore. It's the death of presence. You have a presentation to give in Spain, but don't speak Spanish? I got you. Do you have a keynote that you have to deliver in France, but don't speak French? I got you covered. I could speak 300 different languages and dialects. Have you ever wished that you could be in more than one place at a time? Well, at Proto, we say wish granted. HIPAA compliant, which means we're fully encrypted from end to end. So, doctors, let's say you're an oncologist, you're a cancer doctor, you could beam from a big city. Let's say you're in New York, or you're in Memphis, or you're in Los Angeles. You could beam into a small rural clinic hundreds or thousands of miles away to give care, to give consultation to your patients, even if you're not physically in the room. It looks like I'm here. It feels like I'm here, but I'm back. I'm back. I could be anywhere. I'm David Nussbaum. I'm the founder of Proto Hologram. We beam people places. What languages do you speak? I could beam you there, and it comes out in Spanish there. It comes out in French there. It comes out in Italian there. But you're speaking English here. How is that possible? Proto makes it happen. Is this like FaceTime? I mean, this part of the technology, I'd say, is like FaceTime in the sense that I'm basically having a FaceTime on my side, but on for everybody who's like physically standing in front of one of our devices, it feels like I'm in the room. So it's kind of like if FaceTime and being there in person had a baby. But this is just one of the thousands of things that we do. Businesses are using us for all kinds of things. In fact, there are some businesses that just buy proto devices from us and then they rent them out at events. They're making a lot of money on every single event because when we first started the company, a customer would say, "Well, I'll buy 5 units if they do this." And I'm like, "Hey, everybody, let's make it do this." They're going to buy 5 units. And then someone else over here, customer over here would say, "I'll buy 10 units. You got to make it do this. Everybody, let's stop what you're doing. Let's make it do this." But our brilliant engineers said, what if we allowed any, even amateur web app developer, any software engineer, if they can create their own app, if they can create their own experience, upload it to our encrypted cloud, they can have our units do whatever. They're touchscreen, they're gesture controllable, they're voice activated. You could talk to it, you could interact with it. Even when I'm not beaming in live, the content that's floating around in here, the AI avatars, the products, the content, it's interactive. It's really fun. We've done hundreds of live events, probably more than 1,000 live events over the years of being in business. We did about 250 live events just last year alone. We'll do everything from a an Amazon or a Salesforce or an Accenture or Verizon event, Cisco, but we'll also do uh, a Mr. Beast video, or we're on the Kardashians, or we'll do a Netflix show. And so, like everything in between. I think theme parks are really missing out on this. This should be a theme. We should be in every theme park. We should be on every cruise ship. But we're not. We should be. I don't know why we're not. Um, I'd really like to be. If you are the marketing director, or if you have some influence over a cruise ship company, or movie theater chain, or casino, or theme park, Universal, Disney, you name it, Hershey, Legoland. I think this is a great use of the technology to interact with kids, to engage with fans. You can sell your merch on this. I'm David Nussbaum. I'm the founder and inventor, creator of the hologram technology that you're looking at called Proto hologram. When I started the company in my living room, we were called Portal. We're called Proto now. And I get to beam people places for a living. I was getting podcasters paid. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool instead of talking into a microphone and hearing your voice come out of a speaker, or instead of looking into a TV camera and seeing your face come out on a screen, what if I could broadcast the person? What if I could actually make that person look like they're physically there? What would the viewer feel about that? How would they connect with it? Well, we did it. We made this thing happen. So Proto beams people places, makes it look like the person is there. We put the feeling of presence into real life. People stop in their tracks. They stay there. They watch. They react. They engage. They interact. The next president of the United States will be able to beam from his or her own safe and secure private campaign headquarters and can beam into all 50 states at the exact same time. This new future president will be able to hear and see and interact with every person in every state that they're being beamed in front of. Yeah, so I mean, I can walk around. I've got full ability to walk around. I can best teachers from around the world. Maybe this person is a Nobel Prize winner or a NASA scientist or astronaut. They're very busy. They can't be everywhere. They could beam there though, because they don't have to do anything special. They just have to step in front of a camera and we'll beam them there. As long as you've got internet on end to end, you could use, 5G, Starlink, fiber, Ethernet, Wi-Fi. Shadows are real. The reflections on the floor are real. It's like I'm standing here. It's like I'm standing on the floor in front of you, even though I'm back there. I could be taking pictures, and they're sharing it. This isn't a Zoom. This isn't a FaceTime. It's a memorable moment. People are having moments. People are having memorable, emotional, and physical connections. This is the future of broadcasting. Look, instead of talking into a microphone and other people hearing your voice come out of a speaker, you're broadcasting the person. You're actually you're beaming that person in. So this is the evolution of broadcasting. This is the evolution of podcasting. This is becoming a thing where the person is actually in the space. They believe that this technology is a great way to help battle loneliness for senior citizens. So beaming a doctor or a physical therapist or personal trainer into a senior living facility or into a retirement home. Not just that. Imagine beaming little Timmy or your grandkid or your daughter or your friend from who lives on the other side of the country around the world. Beam them in, have a conversation. And the feeling of presence creates an emotional bond, a chemical reaction. What if I gave you the ability to do it digitally? What if I gave you the ability to do it remotely? But to everybody who's physically there, they feel like you're there. So it's kind of like where Zoom leaves off and where being there begins. It's this kind of white space right here. We're actually standing in front of this device right here. You would believe that I was in the room. Feeling of presence is a very powerful thing. When somebody's in the room with you, you believe them. There's an honesty. If they're on Zoom, if they're on FaceTime, you don't know if what they're telling you is real or not. But if we're in the same room, not only is it physical, it's emotional, it's chemical. We're having a connection. It's different. It's different than a screen. I invest my entire portfolio into this company. You could DM me here. We actually are a private company, so you can't we're not publicly traded, but we are privately owned, and we've gone through several rounds of financing, of investment. We've got some of the greatest investors. Tim Draper, who famously invested early in all the Elon Musk stuff, SpaceX, Tesla. We've got investors like Paris Hilton and Howie Mandel and Lil Wayne. We've got other investors like we've got sports. We've got tons of athletes like Sony Michelle and Albert Pujols and Marshawn Lynch and Luke Walton, and Brittany Griner. They all invested in Proto because Al Leiter, threw a no hitter, won a Cy Young award, won a World Series. He said, "This is the future of broadcasting. This is so sophisticated, and we're growing every 6 weeks. A new software update, like an Apple product." Your technology evolves without you doing anything. 6 weeks go by, and then all of a sudden, in the top right-hand corner of the screen, it says update available. You touch it, 20 seconds later, your Proto does more stuff. I don't Zoom, I don't FaceTime, I Proto. I beam there.